Hi guys, good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video, I'll be discussing what I thought of the latest and very good episode of the new show Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, which dropped its newest episode today on Paramount Plus. I just got done watching it, really enjoyed it. Before I get into all of that, of course, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you're not caught up on Strange New Worlds by this episode or last week's episode, which was the series premiere, the very first episode, you do not want to keep watching or listening, as I will be going into spoilers, plot details, character stuff, all that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, great episode. They took a classic Star Trek trope or storyline, which is saving an inhabited planet from a fast-moving asteroid or meteor, whether there's sentient life on it or it's just a barren rock. It's up to like the Starfleet vessel to stop it, destroy it, and or save the day, and saving the lives of millions of people who had no idea that their lives were in danger in the first place. Classic trope, but I did love how it had a couple of lessons to it, which is don't judge a book by its cover, which was referring to both the Comet and its protectors, who called themselves the Shepherds. You know, it turns out the Comet was going to miss that planet the whole time, despite Enterprise and Spock's plan for Spock to lead the Comet off course away from the planet. It turns out, I guess, according to Uhura, that was the plan the whole time, and the Comet itself may have foreshadowed the Enterprise and Spock being there and actually went along with it, or it was like predicted or prophesized or something like that. So I guess another lesson to take away from it is that things tend to work out or fix themselves on their own despite your best intentions or efforts. It's good to try. It's always good to try, but sometimes these things have a way of working themselves out, which I thought was a pretty interesting story or lesson that was being told to us, if that was the lesson or intent at all. At least that's how I interpreted it. I also loved how Uhura got a lot of spotlight in this show, since it was really exciting to see her make her debut in the series premiere last week. Although I must say I was quite saddened to hear about her tragic familial backstory, losing her parents and her brother in a shuttle accident, and then being unable to bring herself to attend the school that they had all attended, or she was going to attend to, prior to this horrific tragedy, and then she ends up going to Starfleet instead. I mean, sad backstory, but I'm trying to think back to like the other episodes of the original series, and nothing's coming to mind with Uhura talking about much about her personal life besides her liking to sing, and nothing about her family or nothing like that. But damn, that was sad, but it gave her a lot of depth too. I also liked how there was some classic Star Trek banter in this episode between her and Spock, about him giving shit for his crappy pep talks, and for her also giving him a hard time about Chapel flirting with him, even though he was probably completely oblivious and unaware to it. And of course, that was just planting the seeds for the one-sided relationship between Spock and Chapel, which is, Chapel, of course, carries a torch for him throughout the whole original series, while he does not feel any way about her, particularly in any way whatsoever. So it was great to see those seeds being planted, in that classic Star Trek banter between the characters and the officers already starting to happen between the characters in this show as well. I like the new chief engineer. I don't know if we caught his name, although I think they refer to him by the wrong species. I'm pretty sure he's an Andorian, unless they said he was something else. And is he actually blind, or was that just him fucking with Uhura? So I'm not sure, but I'm just glad that Spock isn't the only non-human crew member in this show, because that was the thing that always kind of bugged me with the original series, was that Spock was like one of the few non-human alien crew members in the actual bridge crew and aboard the whole Enterprise in general, because almost everybody else was pretty much human. So I'm glad to see some more diversity with like non-human characters and members on this version of the Enterprise, on Pike's Enterprise. So I really enjoyed this episode quite a bit. It did a classic Star Trek trope along with some unintentional or perhaps intentional lessons for the audience to remember or take heart to. And it had exciting moments, it had dramatic moments, it had everything you'd want in a good feel good Star Trek episode. And I really liked it, and I hope they keep this vibe going. It's only 2 episodes in, and I almost hate to admit it because I still like Discovery, but I'm starting to like Strange New Worlds more than I like Discovery. And maybe it's just because I wasn't particularly fond of the most recent season, but I am really, really enjoying Strange New Worlds, and I really can't wait to see what they do with the rest of this season. So hope you guys are just interested in it as I am. What did you think of this episode? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on it. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome rest of your night. Star Trek Strange New Worlds drops new episodes every Thursday on Paramount Plus. Whew, I'm tired. All right, have a great rest of your night, everyone. Thanks for watching. And of course, until next time, live long and prosper.